All right, good morning, everyone. We're going to get started. Can everyone hear me? Yep, those of you on the camera, great. All right, good morning. My name is Yanetto Barrios Sanchez. I am the Senior Director of Corporate Communications here for Memorial Healthcare System. I want to welcome you to Memorial Regional Hospital, in particular the Memorial Transplant Institute. Thank you for joining us today. Today we're here because we're going to celebrate the life and the gifts of Samaria Glenn. You're going to hear more about Samaria from her parents, Dima Martin and Mr. Glenn, Sean Glenn, sitting here to my left. This is Donate Life Month. And please know that we're very proud to be here with this family, all of our teams. We're going to start today with one of our doctors, Dr. Linda Chen, will give you a few words about Donate Life, about this family, about the importance of what this means to our community. We also have with us the nurse manager, Brittany Gutierrez from our Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital, PICU, so that is the Pediatric ICU unit, that will share a few words. Samaria was at Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital, as all of you know from our media alert. Sean is a patient here at Memorial Regional. So, without further ado, I'm going to take off this weird mic stand, but so that you guys can listen, and I'm going to give it over to Dr. Chen. She'll give you her title also. No, you guys asked for that.
Morning. I'm Dr. Linda Chen. I'm the Director for Living Donor Kidney Transplant here at Memorial and Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital, and then the Director of Abdominal Pediatric Transplant. I'm really proud of our team and our role here in being able to provide service for Sean and their family. The Memorial Transplant Institute is a combination of the Memorial Health Systems and Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital. And we serve our community and families, much like Samara's family, in performing transplants and helping people with their health journey through who have end organ damage, either end organ kidney disease, we call it end-stage kidney disease, and also for people who have end organ damage from long-term diabetes, we do pancreas transplant. So we're just here to serve the community and to help the families out, and they can speak more to the health journey and their very special and bittersweet gift of their daughter who passed away, their beacon of light, of hope, of love. And she's continuing her journey through in her dad, who received her kidney, one of her kidneys. This is a story of a teenager who unfortunately passed away, was brain dead, and a lovely gift, I believe, 6 organs to 5 people throughout Florida and the United States. And so this one gift was able to save and change many, many people's lives. So a huge, huge impact on our community and on society as a whole. And we're just proud of being part of the Memorial Transplant Institute to help in this journey.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Brittany Gutierrez. I'm the Pediatric ICU Nurse Manager. In the ICU, we get to partner with families all the time, but it's more than just a partnership. It's really understanding what's going on in the family's dynamic. So we met the Glenn family, unfortunate due to the events, and it was bittersweet. Their mantra really started from admission, which was, "But God." We said it a lot. We just said it now, actually, before coming in here, and it was, "But God, why?" and "But God, how?" Through the family actually choosing organ donation, it turned into "But God" as we watched him orchestrate them being able to choose life through organ donation. Samaria's favorite color was purple. You can see it in Mommy's hair. And we didn't leave any stone untouched. So what we did was, her room was purple. We put pictures of her and Bible verses all over both her room and also the OR. we added a special touch because Samaria liked to make bracelets. They're wearing them actually still today. So, funny story is Samaria makes bracelets and they break on her all the time. And so, as we made mommy and daddy a bracelet, they broke, both of them. It was actually daddy's that's the most special. We were there when we got the call that he was actually a match. And we told him by making him his own bracelet, which is match on his actual beads. We ended our journey in Samaria's last walk with an honor walk, which is where everybody from the hospital lines the hallways, from her room in the ICU to the OR. As many of you know, that Samaria actually is an avid volleyball player. So we had all of the staff and all of the team write little notes to the family, and they tossed it into a bin that had Samaria's heartbeat actually listed on it. It's because the family chose life through organ donation that Samaria still lives on.
Thank you, Brittany. One thing I want to mention, some of what Brittany has shared with you and some of what Dr. Chen has shared with you, we will be sending you a Dropbox. We have some of the images and some of the video that shows some of what our clinicians have said here today. With that, I want to ask Dima to say a few words. I'm going to go ahead and sit over there. Dima, start us off with, talk to us about Samaria.
There's so much to say. Faith, God, from conception was a part of our journey. And she lived it out the last moments. She was love. She was light. She played volleyball, a great student, a great sister, great person. And it's been about 2 months without her. So, like her room, walking through the house, like I'm seeing little moments of her. She made sure you felt seen. She made sure you felt valued and loved. So in choosing donating her organ, she lives on without question. If she knew her dad's situation, she would give. So not only does she get to bless him, but she gets to bless others. So she gets to live on. Not at all.
But you told me that she would not want you to be quiet.
Exactly. She, big personality. She was a student at Bach for theater, but it started even before then. As a kid, just big personality, dancing, singing, performing, memorizing monologues, big personality. More outgoing than I am, than I choose to be. But I was talking with Brittany, and my prayer, still holding on hope while she was in the hospital, was that God shook that hospital room. So me speaking is God shaking the world, as Brittany said. Her story is going to change the world. And she did that in my life. She did that in those she touched and impacted, classmates, friends, siblings. So she continues on.
Is there something else you want to share now? I know we're going to have Q&A in a little while.
That is all.
Sean?
You hold.
Yes. Sean, the first time we met, well, second time we met, we were in this room. You had just gotten your kidney transplant. It was Super Bowl Sunday. And
Was
you
it?
Yes. And we came and we chatted, and you
I was diagnosed in 2000. I was diagnosed in 2019, but I didn't get on the list until 2020. Um, I was at another hospital, and I didn't know that Memorial had a transplant program. Um, so somebody in my dialysis center told me, and that's when I came. I think I've been on the list for about a year, maybe, if that. And yeah, I had a choice when it came down to it, and I chose Memorial because, like, as soon as I started coming here, I felt like this is where I wanted to be. Uh, um, that was my my 13-year-old princess. Um, Perfect, you know, honest. She used to come to my house, and I used to let him play Grand Theft Auto, and she was like, "Mommy don't want us playing that." Like, she was incorruptible. Like, like if I told you how perfect she was, I know everybody says their child is perfect, but she was like unbelievably perfect. She was my, the spoiled one because I couldn't tell her no. You know, the way she asked me, "Dad, excuse me, Dad, can we can we go? Can we get a salad? I don't want anything else." It is, yeah. Um, yeah, I miss her. I miss her. She said that I was her protector, and now she's my hero. I'm proud. I'm proud. I know one of the people was, I guess, a younger little girl. Um, like I'm proud of that. Like I'm happy. Um, for 5 years, she didn't even know. The reason I didn't tell any of my children what I was going through because I knew that they would probably, Google it and want to donate to me, and I was like, no, I would never put my kids through that. But um, I'm proud. I'm proud. Hmm. Um, Physically, I'm great. You know, I'm great physically. I mean, you have it's a battle trying to get your levels, within the first couple of months, get your levels right, and you know, everything is very touchy, I should say. Like, if one level is off, they bring you back in just to make sure to monitor you, and so I know this kidney won't fail. I know it won't. No.
Any questions? Joan?
Could you talk, I know what an emotional journey this has, but just how you processed, you know, it's so difficult dealing with what happened to your daughter and then making this enormous decision, just what your thought process was at the time and how you came to this final conclusion.
I mean, to be honest, I still haven't processed it yet. I, I don't like being alone because I have to face it. So I try to stay busy. Uh, the actually, you know, it was the mother that came to the decision. Well, it was our decision to donate, but it was her that came to the decision that I should look into trying to get the kidney because I just, my kids are everything to me, so I just never even thought of it. Um, you want to speak to?
We were here at Joe DiMaggio for a few days. And up until that operating room, I had hope. I told Brittany, I told the team that if she wakes up on that table, y'all stop. Because I believed. I believed. But in making the decision to donate her organs, and especially her dad was without question, that's her dad. She is a product of him. But in making that decision, her body was that just a body. You know, she had went on to heaven at that point. So why not? Why not save somebody else's child, somebody else's life?
You said something really interesting about the whole time it was about the question of but God. Do you want to explain that a little bit more? At first it was like, why God for passing my daughter? But then
That question still resonates today. I'm a woman of faith, and God has been my partner in this journey. So even in the midst of the worst, He's still God, you know. He knows, and it's interesting because me and Samaria used to talk about faith. We used to talk about God. I told the chaplain, like Samaria, and she's special. But I often told her and her brother, they're God's children first. So accepting it is a lifelong journey. But I know it in my heart. So he allowed me to be her mother. And I'm honored, blessed to be her mother. But she's God's child first, so she gets to save lives. She gets to save her dad's life. And she gets to be home with him. She gets to reap the harvest because she poured goodness in this world. So she gets to reap it now. So, but God.
Any other questions?
Regional adult stroke alert. Emergency room station red. Regional adult stroke alert.
Thank you.
Emergency room station red. Regional adult stroke alert.
Hold
Emergency
on,
room
we'll give it a
station
minute.
red.
Any other questions, guys? If not, we do have, the family will be here a little while. Dr. Chen, we also have Dr. Franco here with us today. He does speak Spanish if anyone needed any Spanish sound bites. They're both from the Memorial Transplant Institute. Brittany's also around a little while. We're gonna stay here a little while. If there are no other questions for the family, we're gonna share Gio made us a Google, and Susie's going to share it with everyone. Not one, we have many, many, many pictures of her. Any other questions? We'll share it with everybody here. No, we'll hold.
I have one question. You had mentioned that you didn't tell her about your health struggles. Did she ever find out, or can you tell me a little bit about what that was like, I guess? Why?
Um, I I've been a very hard worker, like all of my life, and you know, um, I pretty much worked myself almost to death. So I didn't want to tell my children because my children tend to worry, and they're very computer savvy and all that good stuff. So I just didn't want them to say, "Daddy, I can give you a kidney," and I tell them, "No, I'm not taking it from you." You
Autumn
know.
alert 5215 east. Autumn alert 5215 east. Autumn alert 5215 east at regional.
Yeah. So I didn't. I just couldn't. Although I've heard they'll be back the next day or the next week. I just couldn't put anyone I loved in that predicament. So I just chose to, I had a fistula. So I just told them that I had doctor's appointments 3 days a week. And they'll look and ask me what's wrong with my arm. And I would tell them that's why I take my medicine. So I just did my best. It was a sacrifice because your kids see you not working. Most of the time, I'm not gonna lie, I felt like a bum. You know, I felt like that. But I would prefer them to think I was a bum than to know that I was dying. I would prefer that. So that was my little sacrifice, I was to say.
Any additional questions? Or if not, anything additional from the four of you?
Um, we, Samaria had a headache January 31st. Was taken to a hospital. We live in Palm Beach, so taken to a hospital in Palm Beach, and then airlifted to Joe DiMaggio. Um, this hospital is special, very special. Brittany, the chaplain, Kiza, um, Leah, Maha, very special team working to save lives, to help. I'm forever grateful. Forever grateful.
All right. Thank you for that. We'll make sure that everybody hears the thank you on the other, on Joe D. With that, we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna ask you guys to stay seated, kind of like talk amongst yourselves. I know the cameras need to close off a couple shots for like 30 seconds. And then we're gonna close off. If you guys have anything additional to ask on the side, we'll do that. I know the Herald has requested a photo, we'll do that. Thank you, everyone. This concludes our conference today. Thank you for coming and for sharing this story. Wait, did I hear someone? No? All right, thank you.